Hey everybody, it's Boo Ray Perry from Tampa, Florida, and today we are going to talk about the 5 reasons that your pictures suck. But before we do that, don't forget to check out my podcast. It's called Photobomb, and it's available anywhere that podcasts are found. Just look for it there. And also join my group on Facebook. It's called Pro Photo Talk with Boo Ray Perry, and all we do is talk about photography. It's a great group of people, and we'd love to have you. Don't forget that there are links below this video that are linked to every bit of gear and equipment that I carry. So if you have any questions about anything that I use, just use those links, go to my page, and you can see everything that I carry. And if you want to buy something and you use one of those links, I get like $1, and that helps me to keep this channel alive, so I'd really appreciate that. All right, so we're going to talk about the 5 reasons that your photographs suck today. And I know that going in, I'm going to make some people upset. I know you're going to be angry. So let me just say this right off the bat. What I'm really saying is, here's the 5 reasons that my photographs suck. All right? These are the 5 things that I have tried to get away from in my own work to push myself to be a better photographer. So really what I'm talking about today are these 5 things that when I see them, when I see another photographer do them, when I see myself doing them, and I do them all the time, I say to myself, you know what? That's a crutch. You know, you're leaning on something here just to try and get people to like you or like your work, and that's not going to make you a better photographer. So have a little patience with me and try not to judge me too harshly. And also be sure and mention in the comments if there are some things that I'm missing, because I would love to hear what you think is a big flag that someone's work is not that strong. And when I say strong, I don't mean it's not a good picture. I mean, I'm not seeing your skill as a photographer in the picture. All right, so here we go. In no particular order, the 5 things that I see that make me think that your work sucks. Here we go. The first reason why your pictures suck is because of spray and pray. Now, in the industry, we have this term, spray and pray. And what it means is you go to an event like a wedding or street photography, anything like that, and you just spray. You take as many pictures as you can. You're just always taking pictures. And then when you get home, you pray that you have a good one. Spray and pray. It's also known as overshooting. But this is the first problem that you have when you're evaluating your own work. You should not be spray and pray. You should be shooting with intent. You're an artist, right? Your camera is your tool, and you're not supposed to just be swinging that hammer at that block of stone, hoping that something comes out of it that you like or that other people like. You should know before you take the first swing what you're trying to create. So when you pick up your camera, when you go out to take pictures, be it professionally or just for fun with your family or any place else, have an intention. Know what you want to do, know what you're looking for, and then try to create it. That's number 1. The second thing that makes your pictures suck is not understanding your camera. Again, your camera is your tool, and you need to know how it works. It's getting very easy nowadays to just fall into the trap of letting the camera do everything for you, right? I mean, I've done it too. I use auto settings sometimes, but that's not the same as not understanding how your camera works. If you want to shoot with intent, if you want to take pictures and try and create something that you see in your mind, you need to know how that camera works. You need to understand how shutter speed and aperture and ISO affect your pictures. You need to understand depth of field and how you can change depth of field. You need to know the difference between a person's face taken with a 23mm lens and a person's face taken with a 200mm lens, right? These are the things you need to know. So take the time to learn your camera. Take the time to learn how to be a photographer, and you will take better pictures. The third reason why your pictures suck is over-processing. Listen, over-processing can be really, really cool, right? I do it all the time. You know, I'll take a picture and I'll put it in there and I'll be like, oh, you know, maybe I'll put this cool filter on it or make these adjustments. And what if I change the color? What if I oversaturate it? What if I do HDR? There's all these things you can do now, you know, with filters and Instagram add-ons. There's tons of stuff you can do to make your picture more interesting. But here's the thing. I start with a picture that's already interesting. That's the key. If you've shot with intent, if you understand your camera, then you should have some interesting pictures to begin with. And then using processing to try and enhance your work, to make your work a little bit better, well, that's well and good. But if you just start grabbing any picture you can and slapping filters on it all willy-nilly in the hopes that it will become something interesting, You're not an artist. You're not a photographer. And you don't want that, right? That's not why you picked up a camera. You want to be something. You want to learn something. So processing is fine, but don't just start throwing processing onto any picture you can find in the hopes that it will produce something good. It's up to you to produce something good. The next thing on our list sounds weird, but it's sunsets. Listen, stop taking pictures of sunsets, okay? We have enough pictures of sunsets. If you post a picture of a sunset online, people are going to say, oh, what a lovely sunset, and that's going to fool you into thinking that you're a good photographer, and you're not, because anyone can take a picture of a beautiful sunset. So just stay away from the sunsets and try and create something that nature didn't do all on its own. Which brings us to the final thing, which is actually very close to sunsets, but I think it's a subsection. The very final reason why your pictures suck. The final reason why your pictures suck is bikini models. Now, this is a little bit different than our last one, sunsets, because sunsets, I feel like everybody does the sunset thing. Everybody takes pictures of sunsets. You didn't have anything to do with that beautiful sunset, and there's just really no reason to be posting all these pictures of sunsets. It's not going to make you a better photographer. Bikini models is a little more specific, and what I mean with bikini models is stop taking pictures of things that people will like no matter who takes the picture. Okay, if all you do is take pictures of scantily clad women or women in bikinis or beautiful models, and then people tell you what a wonderful picture that is, you're never really going to know if you're a good photographer. Because are they telling you that you're a good photographer, or are they telling you that they really like to look at pictures of women in bikinis? There's no way to know, right? So if you want to really become a better photographer, if you want to push yourself, get people to be interested in a picture that is not something they would normally be interested in. Take a picture of an ugly person. Take a picture of an object. Take a picture of a weird place. Try to figure out a way to make anything interesting and compelling to the viewer. That is what makes you a good photographer. That is what will push you. And most importantly, that is where you will get the most satisfaction. I've posted pictures of sunset online. I work at the beach a lot, so I see a lot of beautiful sunsets. And so I'll take a picture of the sunset and put it online just to say, hey, here's where I am today. Look at this beautiful sunset. And whenever people say, what a great photograph, I'm always like, no, it's anyone could have taken. That's not a great photograph at all. But when I post a picture online and it's something that I know that maybe not everybody could have done that, well, then when they say it's a good picture, well, then I feel it. Right? Then I feel I've achieved something. And you want to feel that too. So stop taking pictures of beautiful people. Try to figure out a way to make any picture compelling. It's going to be hard. I spend days where I shoot and don't come up with a single picture that I think is worthy of showing another individual. It's going to be tough, but when you do it, the satisfaction will be so much deeper. So that's it. That's the 5 reasons why your pictures suck. Please comment and tell me that I'm crazy, or tell me any reasons that I forgot, or I don't care, but just comment, because I love it when people watch the videos, and I love it when we have a conversation in the comments. And I'll talk to you soon.